my name is Jessica Brookline, and I work with people with disabilities, so autism, intellectual disabilities, and chronic mental illness.
My name is Bridget McCormick, and I work with adolescents and children with autism.
Sure. My name is Kim Phillips, who works in home with children with autism.
Hi, my name is Nicole Lindell. I work at a therapeutic day school with children with autism, ranging in age from 6 to 22.
My name is Jenna Vickers, and I work with children and adults diagnosed with developmental disabilities and intellectual disabilities.
Hi, my name is Mark Amler, and I work with people with developmental disabilities, autism, other diagnoses.
Hello, my name is Ashley Best. I work with master students in the field of applied behavior analysis with kids with autism and related disorders, with a gifted population of children and typically developing children.
ABA is not just behavior reduction, that it can be used to teach skills, and it can be very effective in teaching any skill, and it doesn't just have to be certain skills or for certain populations.
That it's about the basics of behavior, which is why it works with dogs and children and spouses and everything. It's not specific to one kind of person or one kind of disorder, that it is about changing behavior, and it works just as well on yourself as it will work on somebody who has special needs. We really need to put a lot of effort into explaining how we're positive. We're here to help make people's lives better, so that people are actually, happier, that it's not about restricting things and punishing things.
I think that they need to understand that it's not just this technique or this procedure. It's a way of thinking. It's a way to conceptualize and approach different problems.
Key philosophies about behavior analysis, the fact that it's science-based, the fact that the environment controls behavior, and the applicability of the science to a broad range of populations. Behavior analysts don't ignore humans. They don't ignore the fact that things are going on internally or that there's a genetic makeup to people, but they focus on what is there that you can do to encourage the responses that you want, and recognize that at the same time those kinds of influences are playing on you and affect the behaviors that you're exhibiting.
They don't want. It's a science that has been studied and researched, and these things have been proven to work to change someone's behavior for the better, to really help them.
The biggest misconception that it's a limited disability sort of service and not a set of concepts and strategies that are beneficial to the population at large.
Is that ABA has been so effective with children with autism that a lot of people think that's all we do, or ABA is only for people who are extremely violent, or ABA is only for, and so it doesn't really get to the heart of the fact that we're here to help whomever.
And it's not a packaged program, it's the application of behavioral principles that occasion behavior change in an individual. And that looks very different for everybody.
It's only for people with autism or only for people with disabilities. Especially when you look at it as a philosophy, it really is an understanding of how human behavior comes to be and how people develop the habits and skills and preferences and characteristics that they possess.
It's very technical, and it is a very different way of thinking about things. How you interact with someone from an ABA standpoint seems a little unnatural at first.
That we lived in the institutions up through the 70s and the 80s, and we did, the term-on-term behavior mod and punishment-based procedures.
And in our culture of immediate gratification, I think people really want the quick and easy route, whether or not the data supports it. Quality ABA does take a lot of time and effort, and all of us kind of tend to behave to avoid things that require more response effort on our part. I know people don't really like looking at data and numbers, but there needs to be a way to show them how effective the things that we do can be.
I believe in it, that I've seen it work, and that I know that it works, and that every time I see a problem in my own life and in other people's lives, and I can't think of any way to better fix it than using ABA. And so I think that's why, enduringly, I stay with the field.
But I went back to school for ABA so that I could create more positive change for the students, but I wanted to reach a broader group. I wanted to then be able to teach teachers how to teach and how to teach to the individual clients.
Now I do ABA because I want the highest quality of life for the individuals that I support, but know in doing that I need to take a systematic scientific approach to refocusing the systems that surround an individual with a disability so that they do have that best shot at life, which means really not just tackling the staff, it means tackling the systems.
It also is very action-oriented. You're doing something, you're attempting to do something and measuring the results of it. And there's something very appealing to me about that. The idea that behavior analysis, one of the key tenets, is that you make socially significant changes. It requires you to be a responsible, ethical practitioner. If something you're doing isn't working, it's to no fault of the person that you're trying to help. It's you haven't quite figured things out, so you need to keep trying. You need to keep working until it's effective.
Is that it works, it's effective, and there's nothing else that I've seen like that. It's really fun and exciting to see changes occurring. Getting hit less and bit less in the process is also really fun.
Well, I started doing counseling just because I wanted to work with individuals, help better the population, and then I got into behavior analysis because I found that it was the most effective way to help somebody. It is scientifically proven, it's research-based, it works to help families, to help individuals, to help children, to help agencies at wide. It's just a very effective technique of working with people.